That's the road you guys are always hearing vehicles on. Checking the mail. No mail. Actually, I had one time I had to check the mail, and there's a check in there, and unfortunately there were about 5 snails in there too, and it got eaten by the snails. And I had to let the lady know that the check was eaten by the snails. She says, "What are you talking about? Eaten by snails? When does that ever happen?" And yeah, it happens. We get snails. Anyhow, we're going to be doing some trailer training today, and that means that we're going to need the truck. Truck, I need you now. Start up. Thanks, truck. And we better get the gate open. So we all know that this day is going to come. Not this day, but the day is going to come when little miss will wander on to her new home. And just got to get in the trailer. Okay, so let's get the truck hooked up and trailer train. Okay, if you're new here, my name's Graham and I work with horses. And one of the things that we do around here is trailer train, because plenty of horses, they can't get into trailers so well, and we want them to get in without any trouble. The trick is to make the trailer kind of inviting. And one of the ways we can do that is by grabbing a little bit of food. So this is the hay room, and we're going to grab a flake of hay here. Pretty decent flake, I think. Something like, it's going to fall. Is it going to fall? Can I make it? No, it's going to fall. No, it's going to make it. Oh, it's going to... Oh, it just... Whew, that was a nail biter. Okay, so what we can do is we can just sort of bring this up to the top. Now this is some old straw, and she's not going to be eating any of this, but yeah, it's in here because it's sort of a like a softer bed. In fact, in Canada, it's illegal to not have some form of bedding in your trailer when trailering. So, oh, this thing needs a wash. Anyhow, so this little Wildie that we've got has arrived in a trailer, obviously, but from my understanding, wasn't, tip-top. Obviously, there's not a lot of trailer training that was done, supposedly. So today's the day. Let's see if we can get you trailer trained, or at least relatively comfortable with it, so it's not a big problem. And that's our goal today, and we shall make it happen, or at least as far as I can comfortably make it happen. So let's get this trailer into the arena. I do all my trailer training in the arena because it's safe. If I have any trouble, I can just let them go. When they're done, I can leave them in the trailer, and then they can just jump out when they want to. Supervised, of course, because I've had horses. I've had... Lena's just staring at me. I've had horses chew on the truck and chew on the trailer, and so we don't want that. Anyhow, so let's get into the arena. Okay, I want to preface this whole video with horse trailer training is dangerous activity. You're in a small space with a big animal that is usually quite scared. This video is really, kind of what I do. It doesn't mean that you have to do it or should do it, but the thought processes that go through my head, I figured I would just bring you guys along for how I might do it for this little girl. The trailer is set up here, and we're ready to bring in a horse. The The other important thing to note is if you're going to do trailer training, make sure that your trailer is either connected to the truck still, or if it isn't connected to the truck, make sure it is solid. And I mean, like, it's not going to move an inch. And because it's connected to the truck, when a horse steps into the back of this, this won't dip down or do anything because it's still connected to the thousands of pound vehicle in the front, which means that it's not going to move. Thoroughly, properly held in place is vital. Okay, let's get on with this. All right, I've got my horse on hand. There she is in all her glory. She's already done a little bit of snorting at this truck and trailer, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. Two things that are sort of prerequisites. One, it's very important that we have some halter skills and some groundwork skills. And then also it's very handy to have draw. So she's just having a scratch. But it's very handy to be somebody that your horse likes. And I think I've attained that a little bit. So when I go into the trailer, hopefully she'll come with me. But who knows? She might think about going in herself. Who knows? I know she's been in a couple of trailers, for sure. But I expect her to be pretty worried, as she was when coming up to this thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop in, and I'm just going to try to draw her up and see what she thinks. So far, so good. But she is thinking about leaving. So I'm going to draw in a little further. If she just hops up in here, I'm going to be utterly amazed. Now, I don't really want her eating this straw. Horses will eat anything. Twigs, leaves, branches, all kinds of stuff. Old straw. Very strong stomachs. Hardly ever worry about a horse. So, what's the goal here? Well, the goal is to keep control of her, in this case, so she doesn't go wandering off, or running off for that matter. And then also that I need to be able to have her hop up. Stop eating all the straw, you monkey. Now, the question will come up, I'm sure, like, what about treats? Why not draw them up with carrots and apples and all that kind of stuff? And while it is possible, it's not an impossible thing to do. It's not a bad thing to do per se. It's not something that I feel like doing. I want to have her come in here to come be with me because I'm the coolest guy on the planet. And she has to figure out how to step up here. She came in here on a step-up trailer, so all she has to do is reach up with a front paw. So if a horse tries to get their nose away from you like this, you have to encourage them to keep it in. Because once they get their nose away, they just drag you off. So you have to keep the nose as best as you can. So I've let her know that the only real option is to sort of face up, come hang out here with me. And this is a draw technique, so I'm not driving. And you might have seen some videos out there, here and there, of people with brooms or wiffle bats or crops and whips and all kinds of things to get a horse into a trailer. They might put a rope behind their butt and try to haul them in. And I think that outside of emergency situations, that's just not a good way. So I don't want to drive her in. I want her just to continue to think. And she's had a little think about this, and she says, I'm not good with this. I don't want to hop up into your trailer, even with all of its tasty straw. So, this is good. Now, trailer training is a long process. You can take hours doing this kind of thing. I'm really hoping this doesn't take hours, but it might. And I'm committed to that. I've had my lunch. I'm not thirsty anymore, all that kind of stuff. And you really just sort of commit to being with them and hopefully them with you. And it's okay for them to have a little bit of a think about stuff and pause. Sometimes these patient moments can be good, but I might just say, hey, can you step up a little more and try to make your way in? And when I say that groundwork is imperative, it really, really is. Because if I didn't have any draw, if I wasn't able to bring her face back, then I would just lose her. She didn't have a good idea of what the halter means. Then we would be in danger. She would be in danger. I would be in danger. There, she'd like to go the other way. She keeps asking, and I'm okay with asking. I just keep reminding her that this is the direction to come in, and stay real calm and quiet. Now she's up 2 feet. That's great. I'm just going to stay chill. And I step back a little bit to sort of draw her in further. So we're not using any drive. She's having a little think about this whole situation, like, where have I got myself into? She can still reach the straw here, which is not as good as the hay up here. And horses, while their vision isn't perfect, they don't have all the color spectrum, they can definitely tell the difference between yellow and green. And here she comes up to the more greener stuff. So it is a little bit of a cheat in a way, but I want the trailer to feel like a place that she'd like to be. And I call that a pretty darn good success, and much, much, much faster than I expected to get her in here. And now the getting out part. So when I referred to danger, we have to think we got about 900 pound animal in the trailer with me here, and we have to figure out how to get out. Now, sometimes when you go to escape and bring them with you, they'll kind of run you over. And we don't want their nose to get past us like this. If they turn around, we won't really have anything to pull back with, and then their butt's on us, and you just pretty much have to let them go, which is why we do this in the arena. And we don't want our nose going the other way either. Relatively center would be fine. So as I come around here, I'm going to ask her to turn, and I'm going to come all the way over here, out of the way. So we stay to one side of the trailer. And again, this isn't an instructional video, and if you follow this and get hurt, it's your own problem. Yeah, I know, he's scared the poop out of me. There's an old joke. Can you back off, please? You're too close to me. Move. Thanks. There's an old joke about, now I'm specifically telling a joke because I want to just talk and stay chill. But I'm telling a joke also because it's kind of funny. But there's a joke about this captain of a ship, and it's in the olden times when there's pirates. And depending on the group of pirates that comes around, he'd ask for a set of clothes. And for the ones he never really worried about, he's like, oh, well, grab me my blue pants. And then when the ones that he was not worried about at all, he's like, grab me my red pants. And then the ones that he was really worried about, he'd say, quick, grab me my brown pants. Back up. Back up. One more step. And I'm just holding a little with the halter here. And I might put my hand on her nose and just give her head a little bit of a shake and just ask. If she kind of goes upwards, we don't want to pressure too much, but I do want to just think about a step backwards. And then we say, calm down. Okay, so we haven't shaken the trailer yet. We haven't done anything too dramatic. That's what caused her ruckus from before. Come out to the side. Horses will want to jump where you are. And I'll ask if she wants to come out. Now look at her come towards me directly. So in such a case, if she's going to do that, I'll back right up. Sometimes you can come to the side and they won't want to follow you off to that corner of the trailer. But they will happily run you over and jump into you, and it will be a sad, sad day for all involved. Okay, that's one. We've got to do it 3 times to show that it is not a fluke. Okay, we're still using draw. Now, just because we succeeded, what the? Okay. This is rather anticlimactic. Climactic? Okay, so now I'm on the other side, and I do this on purpose. I'm checking sides. I'll let her have a couple of quick nibbles. I want to touch her. Horses can freak right out if you touch them, and they're stressed. So we want to be able to do a little bit of grooming. Again, we come around all the way to this side, and now we stay. Now again, we're on the other side of the horse. Now against the wall is, again, this is one of the reasons why it can be dangerous. I don't want her nose towards me like that. We'll have her hang out. Load number 2, totally cool. Now, the question is, that always goes through my mind for this thing, this horse. Hey, back up. Thank you. Is this, no, I don't want to scratch you. Is this me, or is she just darn amazing of a horse? Throughout the whole process of training her, halter training, hoof trimming, now trailer training, some of her groundwork has gone fantastic. Is it, the build of trust, the build of be with me and you're in your best place ever? Okay, so I'm going to come out. I'm going to use a different method. I'm going to leave all the way and around to the side. And the key is to make sure that they have an escape route that isn't where you are. But like I said, trailer training can be quite concerning and dangerous for everybody involved. So do it with caution. Up we go. Let's see how smooth this can be. Not smooth. Crap. Come on. So we want it to be really smooth. I go in, she comes with me. She's still thinking, but that's okay. Sometimes horses need to have a little think. It's a nice little hoppy skip up into here. I'm very happy with that. She has a bit of food. I'm going to lift her head and say, hey, can you take a groomings instead of food? Maybe don't eat for a second. Okay, eat. There you go. So now I'm on her left side again. I switch sides again. Chill out. For anybody who's a member, there's a brand new video up where I talk about touching her butt and her tail, which was very successful. I wonder if I can get that done here in the trailer. Fantastic. Well, she's trying to turn around. I'm going to block, and I'm going to come ahead of her. I actually want to be ahead because she's going to go leave. I don't want to be in her way if she's thinking of leaving. So I'm going to ask her, I'm just going to apply a little. Now, this is where I would, be very cautious, because in a small space, you are sort of doing a little bit of wrestling, a little mosh pit, so to speak. I don't want her eating because I've asked her to move. Now she can eat. And that's not a reward. It's just like, I've asked you to do what I need you to do. Feel free to do what you want to do now. Okay, so we're going to come out, around, and wait. We never just jump out. We always wait, look around a little. It's like going to a crosswalk. We just say, stay here, wait for the light to change, whatever. Yes, you are a very good horse. It's amazing. I can't believe how good you are. Now, I'd like you to get out a little bit kinder than what you just finished getting out the last 2 times, because getting in is no problemo. We don't have it. I gotta move. Okay. Still kind of jumpy. So I'd call it, oh my God. I call it a half success. A half success, because a lot of people talk about, well, you can get a horse onto a trailer. It doesn't seem to be a problem. She says, no, not at the moment. I need to rub my nose on something. No, don't do that. So ask again. You're not rolling right now. We're very busy. We're in class. Come on up. She says, no. See, we're on our 4th time. Sorry, little one, you have to come jump up again, because you're getting off of the trailer. It sucks. Good girl. I've switched sides again on purpose. She has a little nibble. While she's nibbling, I'm going to leave, turn, switch sides, switch hands. Good. Now, here's where I'm going to introduce a variable. Make sure to be kind of tall if you do this. She's still chewing, so I'm not too worried. She stopped chewing, she's chewing. She stopped chewing, she's chewing. And that means she's just got food in her mouth, but she's still doing something despite that I'm shaking the trailer. I might pet her, see if she can handle that. Good, she started to chew a little, so I might stop there. Because I don't want her freaking out every time the trailer moves a little or shakes a little or somebody steps out a little. I'm going to switch my tactic up, come to this side, ask her out. Ask her out. Want to go out? Okay, but don't come towards me. So I am not the place to come. It's starting to rain a little. Can you come out, please? But she still looks like she wants to come towards me. And now I'm just waving my rope here to sort of be an undesirable location to come to. She can come out when she wants. Because she knows the difference of when I'm asking her to do something and when I'm not. The invitation by my left hand is simply an invitation. But she'd like to come to me, which is why she's not coming out. But I say no. Find a way out without coming to me. I stopped being a deterrent because she didn't need it anymore. I am going to finish on that. I am very happy. I am very happy with you. You've done fantastic. If you would like to go back in, you're more than welcome. If you don't want to, you don't have to. And that's that. Okay. So that's a little bit of some of the things I think about when trailer training. And have a horse stay. Oh, she's off. Luke, you see what I just did? He says, "You're the greatest. Good job, little one. I am thoroughly impressed with you." So far away. He's having a drink from the spring. Somebody might say, "You got a spring in your arena?" Unfortunately, I do. Okay. So I might actually test to see if I can stop her. Oh my goodness. Isn't she the most adorable? What horse does that? All 4 feet off the air and a big kick. Acrobatics all the way. Well, the thing is, I tried to stop. I'm going to try to stop her and try to cut. She says, "No thanks. I'm out. I shall leave you forever." Let's try to cut. I don't know, whether, look at that, whether she's just plain excited, whether she thinks that if I capture her, I'm going to do the same thing. I got a little big there. I put my hand up there. Hand is up, so my hand is up high. Say, "Calm down. I don't want any trouble. I just want to pet you." Maybe I could clean an eyeball or something like we always do. Patterns are good. Consistency is good. Might rub the neck a little. She's so soft like a bunny. Do I have draw? Not necessarily. But I want to check that out. I want to say, okay, you're done your trailer work. You can ignore me now. You can run off and go be a horsey all the time. You can be half a horsey because I'm still here. Or you can be a full horsey and I can be a happy horsey. Luke says, "Good job, little one." Okay, so I'll go with her. So you can see the trailer training hasn't quite ended. Matching her feet. I know you guys can't see that. We've talked about that in the past, long past. Okay, we're almost here. You know what I might do? Let's see. Let's do a test. You guys are along for the ride. You might as well. Do you think she'll come in? I doubt it. I'm quite doubtful of her hopping up here with me. Yeah. So in such a case, we'd kind of look at that and say, well, We don't quite have it, do we? Still got to do a little work. I don't want her chewing on the truck or nothing, so we have to keep an eye on her. But that's trailer training, the very basics of it. She did, as she has always done, far better than I expected. And I truly do hope it has something to do with me. But it has something to do with her looking at me and thinking, you're a good person to be around. I think I'll go with you. It's scary. But who knows? I don't recall. I think I recall the last person saying she was okay to get into the trailer. So we checked that out. Made it a little better this time, I hope. And on the next time, we're going to go for a trip. So look forward to that video pretty soon. We should take her out for a little out and about trip. We've got groundwork figured out. Hello. Yeah. What do you mean no? What do you mean don't touch the nose? What on earth? I shall touch it anyways, sucker. It's important that once we've sort of said hop in the trailer, that we then test out whether or not she's going to be cool with it for trips, because she's going to go out and about. Part of the training regime around this joint is that we do field trips when we can, and the weather is hopefully going to cooperate over the next little bit. Here's a roly-poly horse. And up and shake. Big shake. Atta girl. She's still thinking about that trailer. She knows there's food in there. Okay, well that's it for now. Any questions, let me know anytime. Hopefully it's been interesting, and we'll see you guys in the next one, which will hopefully be going somewhere. And that's it.